Hey, what's up, guys? So wealthy people can buy anything they want, right? Even though that might be partly true, they're not going here and there spending money like it's nothing. Surprisingly, they live on a stricter budget plan than you might think. Continue watching to discover some of the things billionaires never spend their money on. But before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell for further updates on our future videos. They never buy things they don't need. Okay, going on a shopping spree now and then. With an unlimited credit card, swipe is something every person wants to experience at least once in their lifetime. We are all sick and tired of having nearly the same belongings we had 5 years ago. For a billionaire, this shouldn't be a problem, right? Wrong. The top 1% never purchase anything new for themselves unless they do truly need it. In fact, people like Mark Zuckerburgh don't even buy a new pair of shoes until he feels that his old pair are beginning to look worn out. These extremely wealthy people have such a discipline because they all have one common belief. If you buy things you do not need, soon you'll have to sell things you need. However, this doesn't mean that billionaires do not buy luxury items. It just means they are extremely cautious of the what, why, and when before they purchase something. Extreme inheritance. Most people dream of the day they will finally be able to leave a mountain of money to their children and grandchildren. It's their way to be at peace that the next generation will have it easier in life. When it comes to billionaires, they never leave extreme inheritances to anyone. Most wealthy people try to impart their wisdom and knowledge to the next generation because they believe that the wealthiest thing a person can hold is not money, but information. Billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates have revealed that they will hand most of their money to charity rather than their children once they pass away. Video games and TV channels. If you are a wealthy businessman, investor, or creator, you definitely do not have time to sit around and play video games or binge watch your favorite Netflix series. Most billionaires do not even turn on their TV 99% of the time. They see it as losing money for every second they spend in front of the screen. This is also the reason they do not spend even a dime on the latest video games and jumbo TV packages. A 2015 study made possible by Nielsen found that families with an annual income of $25,000 and below spend the majority of their free time watching TV, playing video games, and being on social media. When this was compared to households that received more than $75,000 annually, the study not only found that these people had fewer devices, but they didn't spend much of their time on them. This phenomenon doesn't really indicate that playing video games and watching TV makes people less intelligent. However, they are time-consuming activities and are built to teach people as little as possible about money, wealth, discipline, and finance. Luxury brands. 90% of billionaires never purchase designer clothes or accessories. Even though they can afford to keep up with the latest fashion trends, they understand that focusing on it will distract them from what they're actually doing. They also understand that these overpriced brands are not anything out of the ordinary. They just have persuaded people to purchase their items in exchange for appearing wealthier around their social circle. Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA, revealed that he has never bought designer clothing as he can find the same quality of clothing at his local flea market for less than $40. On the other hand, Bill Gates still wears the $10 watch, even though he is able to afford hundreds of the world's most expensive Rolexes. Most billionaires also dress simply, so they do not want to attract too much attention from the public. You might see a casually dressed person wearing a $10 shirt, $30 jeans, and $20 shoes, while the person is worth billions of dollars. This is just one trick wealthy people do to save them over $1,000 a month. An overpriced home. The main reason why wealthy people keep on staying rich all revolves around real estate or the purchase of many properties. But they do not purchase these properties to live there themselves. In fact, that is the last thing they do. They focus on buying casual apartments with a budget-friendly interior design. What they do next is rent out these apartments to the general public so they can receive passive income. Another thing billionaires do when it comes to purchasing real estate is finding a good deal. This is because they love feeling like they have gotten the best value for each and every dollar they spend. As far as purchasing their own apartment, these wealthy people have many other strategies hidden under their sleeve. Even though most of them live in luxury mansions, they have done some research on the price and probably even managed to persuade the landowner to lower the price for them. Billionaires are amazing at persuading people and getting a great bargain out of something highly expensive. So don't forget to up those negotiation skills. Believe it or not, Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, still lives in the house he bought for $31,500 in 1958. Renting instead of buying. Nowadays, billionaires are renting out the place they live in more than ever. Even though most of them have thousands of properties they are renting out to the general public, they are still choosing to rent out their own place. One reason why they do this is that they travel a lot for business purposes. They also like changing properties every once in a while, as living in the same home starts to become unmotivating, boring, and monotonous for them. Expensive grooming. Everyone needs to get a haircut every now and then. It boosts self-confidence and improves people's looks, but billionaires do not think that getting expensive grooming every week is a good idea. Some billionaires, such as John Caldwell, don't spend a penny on grooming and cut their own hair. In Vark Abroad, it also revealed that he cuts his hair only when he travels in developing countries, as they can provide excellent grooming for as little as $3. Multiple credit cards. The thing billionaires never do is hold cash in their wallets. Well, that can be understandable, as people might recognize them and rob them right away. But this doesn't mean that they keep their wallet filled with credit cards from every bank. Only 8% of billionaires are currently using more than one credit card. On the other hand, a study found that more than 77% of middle class or poor people use multiple credit cards. The reason rich people do this is that having a lot of credit cards means that they have more fees to keep track of and pay off. Keeping only one card also keeps them from going into debt and buying things that they don't need, things that don't last. Billionaires have all the money in the world to replace something that breaks or wears out, but they hate their money going to waste like that. They believe that getting too addicted to only buying cheap things that doesn't last is another way they can waste money. When buying something, billionaires think so that they are sure that what they are buying will last long and will deliver the quality. Material things. Many mainstream songs nowadays are promoting the money solves all your problems, and the buying as many material things will make you happy beliefs that people with financial problems have. Wealthy people have understood along the way that material items only give them happiness to some extent. They can't give anyone a fulfilling life. This is why billionaires do not upgrade to the latest gadgets or car models. In fact, many billionaires still have old iPhone models and don't plan on upgrading until the phone they own is slowing down or showing problems. Retirement. If you plan to become a businessman, investor, or overall a wealthy person, the dumbest thing to do is invest in a 401k or IRA, or better known as retirement funds. Billionaires do not invest in these, not because they have enough money to live 3 or more lives, but because they never plan to retire. Even when these billionaires reach the age of 80 or 90, they will still receive passive income from their investments in real estate, land, commodities, and businesses. Gambling. It doesn't really make any sense for billionaires to gamble, as they already have the money, but there are still a ton of people that gamble because they're addicted to it. Billionaires believe that gambling is just the government preying on its citizens. What the government does is it allows easy access for people to take their security checks so they can gamble in hopes of winning some fast money. The way Warren Buffett taught the negative impacts of gambling to his children was by putting a slot machine in his home. Every time his children would fall into temptation and play the lottery after Buffett would give them their weekly allowance, they would most likely lose all their money in one day. Do you think that these tricks are the reason billionaires have made so much money? Let us know your thoughts on this. Thank you for watching this video, guys. We'll see you in the next one.